Here we are. It's Monday again. Welcome to the Victory in Biz Accountability and Success Ignition Call. So happy to have you all here as always. Bright and I wanted to say bright and early, but I guess it's not bright and early. It's already afternoon here. So depending where you are, I see a couple new faces, which is very nice. Actually, in particular, Anya, it's so nice to have you here today. Welcome, welcome. I will give you an opportunity to introduce yourself. So as you all know, we always do a round robin. We go around the room here and we share our number one goal of the week. What I would like today too is share any wins. So we're going to share our number one goal for the week. And then if you've had any wins in the last week that we don't know about yet that you would like to share, please feel free to share that with us as well. So let's do it. Greg, you are number one on my screen, so you can just start us off today.
Well, I know most of the people here, but I am Greg Jamison. I specialize in helping people generate revenue using AI. My wins are, I've actually got 3 presentations coming up in the next 2 weeks. And the goal of these presentations is to get people to sign up for a class that I'm going to be doing. It starts in mid-May and goes for 4 weeks. Included in the class is a whole new set of AI tools that I've been working on. And I'm super excited about that.
Wow. Yeah, exciting. And congratulations on 3 speaking engagements. Love that. So what would you say is your number one goal this week?
To get ready for the first presentation, which is on Thursday morning.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, have a great one. As we say in the performance industry, break a leg. Have a good one. Awesome. Chrisleen, good to see you, honey. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm Chrisleen Jones. I specialize in providing empowerment coaching and transformational photography for women who want to do something special for themselves so that they can walk into a room like Wonder Woman with effortless grace, know that they're beautiful and embrace their sensuality. My biggest win this week, is that what I'm supposed to say?
Yeah.
I got a lot of video done last week and finding out that I will never be done with video. So I better learn to love it. But that's my big win, is actually stepping into that and doing it.
Well, good for you. Do you have any specific goals for this week?
This week, I need to do some follow-up on some amazing ladies that I met last week. And also I'm going to Canada, leaving Wednesday. So that's going to be a big thing for me this week.
I'll see you there.
Yay.
Who else here is going to Canada? It's just us. Okay, that's okay. Canada conference, going to be good. All right, Michelle, you're up.
2 L's or 1?
Yeah, which one?
Sorry, Renee. Michelle Renee. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I was looking to see if there was another. Hi, Michelle.
Yeah. Sorry, Michelle. Yes.
Michelle la la. Anyway. So I reached out to Robert yesterday. I'm really looking for like a marketing mentor who can even just sit down with me for an hour. I really want to look at have them help me look at are there things I haven't thought about to help me fill my lead funnel with some clients. I've tried a lot over the years, but it's always good to take a fresh look and go, is there something some leaf I haven't turned over? So this week, like I said, I reached out to Robert. I'm really going to get clear and firm about identifying a person who is willing to sit down with me for 1 hour and say, let's just take a look at what you've tried and let's see if there's some things you haven't thought of. So if anybody knows of anyone who can do that with me, otherwise I'm going to keep digging around through Achieve and see what I can find.
Okay. Yeah. Well, let me know. I can maybe help you with that.
Thank you.
Awesome.
You wear a lot of hats. I need just somebody who can just say, and it probably take about an hour, I'd say, to be fair.
All right. I can probably send you someone too. So fantastic, Renee, Michelle. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you, Vanessa.
Anya, why don't you introduce yourself to everybody? We're so happy to have you as part of Achieve.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Vanessa. It's wonderful to connect, and a special shout out to my friend Michelle. Both Michelles, I know both Michelles. And Michelle Schenk, she encouraged me to come to these, and Phyllis, both of them. They encouraged me to come. So my name is Anya. I am a business owner, e-commerce for alternative hair and women empowerment. So my target group is not women who suffer from hair loss or cancer. Ultimately, I want to help these women, of course, but it's about women like us, business women, women who speak, women who just come out of a breakup, bad relationship, and just to empower us to instantly look 10 to 15 years younger and feel better in our own skin and just conquer the stage or the board meeting, whatever it is. My goal this week is to resurrect my book and to really sort through it again and make a decision what I'm gonna do, either if I finish it with AI or I just finish it myself. I have 20,000 words written, so I had a good head start. I just need to reorganize it. And my win is I started joining the 5 a.m. club last Monday, and I've been up every morning at 4:45 a.m. to elevate my day by owning my morning, and I'm loving it.
Wow. Yes, yes, and yes. Love that. And anybody else here want to connect with Anya, please reach out to her. Wonderful to learn more about what you're doing, Anya. Thank you for sharing. Lila.
Hey friends, it's been a great week last week. Some new clients, a new client with Noelle, 5-figure client with Noelle, collaborative partnership there, which is super fun. And I booked 2 new speaking gigs, and I just today booked a collaborative webinar, which I love the idea. So I'm excited. I'm going to do these like collaborative webinars with this woman I met who's amazing. And my goal for this week is another 5-figure week. Selling in sales, basically another 5-figure week in sales.
Sounds good. Thanks, Lila. Yeah, congratulations. Lots of good stuff happening for you. That's fantastic. Serena, I love the lipstick this morning. That's beautiful on you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. My name is Serena Bullard, and I'm a co-founder of Sustainable Happiness Together with Liz Rutledge. And we've started our animation, which I'm very excited about the process of that. And we got our first demo this morning. So we got our voiceover, and that's exciting. And we also have started an online store with Printful, and we've got brightly caps and hats and bags and shirts. So we're going to have that go live soon. So that's exciting. That's my goal this week.
So much fun stuff. And I cannot wait to see that animation. I just want to
I'm excited.
What that is. That's fantastic. Thank you. Other Michelle, you're up now.
All right. Okay, I've had a lot going on. Let's see. I found an awesome Toastmasters group in Boulder, thanks to Anya. So we'll be doing that together on Fridays. That's exciting. I've been working with Yvette Flower on building a collaborative webinar on productivity and stress mastery in the workplace. So that's also been pretty fun. We've actually found some pretty unique connections in some medical device companies. So that'll be fun when we kind of kick that off. I created my first ever 10-minute showcase speech and sent that to Marty and Robert last night. That was a promise I made to them on Friday. So I did that. Also, Marty asked me to create more of a like an acronym around my system. So I also did that. I created that acronym for my system this weekend as well. I finished my stress mastery kit that I started after Achieve University back at the end of February. So that kit is complete, sort of. It has a fake book in it with a taped on the title
Nice.
cover page. And that's all that's missing is the real copy of my book. Why Just Breathe is bullshit. So my goal this week is to finish edits on my third draft and get this thing ready for publishing and have it all set to go for the June conference.
So much happening, girl. Wow. You've been busy. Fantastic. Love, love, love. And I can't wait to hear your 10-minute showcase presentation either. So it's going to be amazing. Let me know if you need any help with that. But they give amazing assistance there at the Achieve Speakers Live. You'll get a lot of coaching around it. You're going to be so ready. It'll be awesome.
Thank you.
Yes. Mac, you're up next.
Hey, everybody. Big wins, Alpha University. And that it was 12 or 14 or 20 hours. I don't remember. It all fades together, but it was just a whole boatload of high profile people and information reconnecting with others. I actually got several leads in the last week for the veterans chapter that I laid. Mamie and I have started the outline for our training course and a bunch of other things in that I can't even remember them all. That I'll have to look at my calendar.
Okay, no, but that's good. Today I let you share wins because sometimes it's just really, really good to hear what everyone's up to and what's working for them. So thanks for sharing that. Brenda.
Hi, I'm Brenda Garrison. I am the head coach and founder of Unruffled Mind, and that is a transformative coaching service. And that means that people pay me to walk with them as their mentor as they go through challenging circumstances and come out stronger on the other side. I like to help people cast themselves as their own heroes, sort of like Cheryl Strayed in the book Wild. I have a walking retreat coming up that I'm super excited about. It'll include journaling, meditation, group work, and a little bit of poetry. So if you'd like to know more about that, that's great. I had a couple of wins last week. I spoke to a small women's group and that went really well. And then I also talked to a woman in Toronto who is a divorce coach, and she invited me to be on her podcast in June. And I said yes. So that's exciting. Thank you.
Yeah, very exciting, Brenda. Congratulations. I love seeing how you're all growing. It just fills my heart. There's just so much growth happening. It's beautiful. All right. So Phoenix, I know you're not on screen. Feel free to come on screen if you like. If you don't, would you like to share with us if you have anything to share, any wins and your number one goal for the week?
Hi, everyone. Yes, I would love to share my face, but unfortunately, I'm having technical issues with my computer, so that's why my video is not working right now. So I have I had taken a hiatus with Achieve, and I'm coming back and had a great call with Vanessa. So I'm looking to get reincorporated with Achieve, and some goals that I have upcoming is I'm focusing on niching and branding. So I'm going to be using ChatGPT, and I'm going to put all my blog posts and my podcast episodes so that ChatGPT kind of understands my voice and use that because I think AI is so powerful. I am working on a success worksheet with one of my coaches to really narrow down my ideal client and who I want to work with. I've been doing this for since 2018, and I help people reprogram their minds with tools like hypnosis and NLP and timeline therapy, and I've never actually niched, and I think it's time to really do that. So I'm excited to do that, and yeah, and get more. One of my goals is to get more involved with Achieve and come to more of these Zoom calls and then go to the next university and then the next conference. So those are some other goals that I have as well. So that's just a little bit about me.
Thank you, Phoenix. And do you mind if I mention there's a few people here that know you, but they don't know you because of your name change. So those of you know Phoenix, it's Thomas Suski. Those of you who've been with us for a while, he's going through name change. So we're welcoming him back as Phoenix. So, and Phoenix, reach out to Greg. He's an AI mastermind. I'm sure you can also draw some experience and help from him for your projects right now. So fantastic. And any of you who want to reach out to Phoenix and learn more about what he does, he's a master at what he does. So also do that. Well, it looks like everybody had an opportunity to share. And today, I really want to talk a little bit about prosperity mindset because, and I'm very grateful and happy to say that here at Achieve, we have so much of that. And that is also part of the culture that we are creating here. And, but still every now and again, I'll hear words or comments or things from people that do not mirror that prosperity mindset. I mean, I'm sure you've heard people say, well, I can't share that idea with you because, I'm still creating it, and what if it gets stolen or something like that. So that would be like a prime example of having a scarcity mindset, right? But having a prosperity mindset in business is just so important. Because personally, I feel it's so important to know that there's enough for everybody to go around. It doesn't matter whether you're sitting next to a person who does exactly the same thing as you. They might be doing the same thing as you, but they have a different way of doing it. They have a different way of communicating it. They have a different personality that's going to resonate with different people than the people that maybe resonate with you. So there's just so many different ways to look at that. Today, I just want to kind of bring us back to the awareness of cultivating that prosperity mindset and remembering that not only at Achieve, but in our businesses, we need to be so open to always creating more value, creating collaborations, investing in long-term gains, right? The things that are all a part of having a prosperity mindset. What are the key characteristics of having a prosperity mindset? And I'm trying to frame it to you today in entrepreneurial. This is in context with being an entrepreneur. There's so many different ways to kind of put it in context, but here are the things I think that are very important. And the reason I'm sharing this with you today is just to reawaken that awareness and bring us back to really thinking about how can we cultivate this in even more in our lives and in our businesses. So number one would be one of the key characteristics of being prosperity minded is being opportunity focused, right? So we see setbacks as setups. We see setbacks as learning experiences for new opportunities. We don't see it as failures, right? So that's number one. Number two, we are value driven. We prioritize delivering value over just making money, right? Over just extracting profit. And then also being collaborative, not competitive. I'm sorry, guys. It's my child texting me. They don't have school today. I'll get back to him in a second. No school today. So I'm getting messages from my son. But yeah, being growth oriented, right? Willing to take calculated risks, reinvest in learning and innovation. And we all do that. I know everyone here is always working on themselves. We are always busy improving ourselves, but that's part of being prosperity minded. And then the fifth one is being gratitude fueled, having gratitude for the things in your life, an appreciation for your current progress, and staying future focused, not focusing on the past and things that we've done wrong or things that didn't work out, right? But just keeping our minds moving forward, being future focused. And then I was just saying that I feel like everyone here and in Achieve, certainly we have created that culture, but how do you cultivate such a mindset if you are struggling with it, right? So one of the things would be to regularly revisit your vision and your purpose. We all know that, and when we write our business plans, we're always putting down that vision and purpose. But it's also true that that can shift, it can change, it can develop. So revisit it and look at what is your why? Why are you doing what you're doing? What is the purpose for you in what you are doing? And then celebrate other successes, just like we did today. That helps us to stay out of comparison. When we can celebrate what other people's successes are, then we can stop comparing ourselves to others, rather look at how much they are achieving and celebrate with them. I already mentioned this one, but this is an important one. Reframe your losses as lessons, not failures, right? And you all know I've talked about this a lot, so I'm not going to even elaborate on that. And invest in personal growth as much as you do in business growth. I always like to say your business grows parallel to your personal growth. Your business can't grow if you're not growing as a human being in your personal life. So these are all things that we need to keep in mind when we are working on that prosperity mindset. Let me see, was there something else I wanted? Oh, I wanted to share prosperity blockers with you because, you know, abundance mindset, prosperity mindset, they're all the same thing. Now, what are the thinking patterns that keep us from that abundance mindset, right? So number one is scarcity thinking. It's the belief that resources are limited, that it's going to run out. So I need to get it before that person, because if they do, then there's none for me, right? That would be a total prosperity blocker. And then the next one is fear. If there's anxiety around losing what you have, or you know, not getting enough. So any kind of fear, you want to get rid of that fear, because there is enough and there is plenty for all of us to go around. One that is big is jealousy. If there's ever any resentment toward others, you are completely blocking yourself from success, right? Find ways to get past that or work through that. That goes for relationships too, any kind of relationships. Jealousy is never a good thing. And then busyness. Sometimes we're just so overly occupied, but we're not taking purposeful action. Right? So look at how you're spending your time. Are you just being busy, which I will be one of the first people to say that is one of the things I'm working on hard. But make sure that everything that you are doing has a purpose, right? And then the last one I'd like to share with you, which is also a prosperity blocker, is unworthiness. Feeling undeserving of your success or your abundance. And I think we've all experienced that at some point in time. But actually, you know, we have a few minutes left here. Something I'd like to share with you. And Leela, if you don't mind, this is something Leela shared with me when we worked together. And it really changed my perspective of, not like I've ever had worthiness problems, but when it came to money, my perspective of what I am worth in terms of what I am potentially capable of earning, right? So do this little exercise with me. It's quick. I want you to write down, if you have a piece of paper, a number. I want you to write down the number that you believe you feel comfortable for to put out there as an ask in one transaction, right? So what is the number that you're comfortable asking for in one transaction? And then under it or next to it, I'd like you to write the number down of your highest ticket offer. And then the last number I like you to write down is, I want you to think back, take a minute and just think, what was the most money you've ever accepted or received in one transaction? Now look at those numbers and see how they compare. I'm going to let any of you share that want to share, but in my case, I had a real issue with asking for even $1,000 in one transaction at the time. But when Lila asked me what was the most money I have ever received in one transaction, it was $18,000. Now, given that was multiple programs, it was one session, but the programs were only $199 worth. But I sold a whole bunch of them at once and I got a check for $18,000. That was such a big eye-opener for me. I was like, well, why can't I receive more than $1,000 in a transaction, right? That's grown exponentially since then. But what are you observing? Anybody want to share? Anybody? No? No? Okay, that's fine. I know this can be kind of a very personal thing. Lila, do you want to add anything to that?
I'd probably say the first number, whatever you wrote down, double it.
Yeah.
It's probably the biggest advice without knowing everybody's stuff. If you felt whatever number you feel comfortable, double it and work toward it. Doesn't have to happen today, but it's in your back pocket. You could at any point charge twice as much.
Yep. Thank
Yeah.
you, Lila. So I just wanted to share that with you guys because that was a big epiphany for me. And yes, certainly my first high ticket offer, which was supposed to be $5,000, I sold for $999 and I was very proud. But, you know, start with that number that you can actually voice, that you can vocalize and work your way up. I mean, and then get to that number that's double what you've written down. Yes, Anya, did you want to say something?
You know, I love this exercise because right now I didn't even know what to write down. I didn't know, am I talking because I'm a, you know, aspiring speaker? Am I putting that number down? Am I putting a number down for my WIC consultations? Or so it made me think, and I'm so grateful to you, Vanessa, because this is so important to know. But then I was so depressed because then I looked at the third number. The third number just blew my mind. I'm like, my third number was $170,000 for a real estate transaction. So I was just like, oh my God, what am I doing wrong? Maybe I need to go back to real estate. But
No.
but you know, it was, I'm so grateful for this because I need to, this is if I don't know these numbers, right? What am I doing?
You got to know the numbers. And, you know, yes, it is relative to what it is you're selling, obviously, but having that big number means your capacity to receive is huge. So there's no reason why you can't receive that in other ways. It just keeps you open to that, right? Well, thank you, everyone. Thanks for sharing, being here with me today. And I will see you next week, next Monday, same time, same place, everyone. Have a successful week. Bye-bye.